Hey Bravehearts, I'm Dr. Darrell Wolf, and I'm coming to you from Zihuatanejo, Ixtapa, Mexico, which is basically my primary home, and secondary is Puerto Rico and Florida. So, you know what? I love creating an environment around me that is so healthy and wealthy on all levels. And I need everyone to think about this as we go into winter and as these guys bring on their program again. Ask yourself how you can create a beautiful, loving, caring environment for you and your family. Seriously, give that a thought. I think about it all the time. You know, how can I hack this? How can I hack that? How can I make my life better and in turn making my family's better, which is the whole Braveheart Nation worldwide, and I do mean that. Okay, my heart's in this. Today I have the honor of having Richard back on. Richard developed our C60 MCT oil, and he also developed the C60 hemp oil. And I know that people haven't heard of C60 hemp oil, but they need to embrace it. How would you like it? The ideal way is to get up in the morning and take MCT C60 in the first half of the day, and in the later part of the day you go to the hemp oil. How would you like to restore your whole endocannabinoid system, which is being destroyed by blue light? It is, I'm telling you, by 5G. It's being destroyed. And also understand something, we need that because that's our relaxive, passive healing state. Why do you think everybody is getting into CBD and everybody's addicted to it, okay? And I mean addicted to it. You know, now that in a lot of parts of the world where it's legal, we got people toking all day, doing drops all day. Okay, but let me just tell you this much. If you do our CBD hemp oil, you are repairing your endocannabinoid system so you don't have to do that. Your body makes it. Your body is the greatest healing machine alive. I'm going to tell you something else just before I bring him on. C60 is the strongest antioxidant on the planet. What else? Well, it's 270 times stronger than vitamin C. What else, Daryl? It will actually repair the brain. I got brain damage, okay? I've got Alzheimer's. I got dementia. Okay, my eyesight is gone. Well, everybody loses their eyesight due to brain damage. Whether you want to believe it or not, do your homework. Okay, that's really important. Now, here's a big one, and you're going to think, and this is not me fear-mongering. This is not me feeding on something. You can go to PubMed and do your research, or you can do some research and just Google C60. Go ahead. And the best C60 in the world is hemp oil, and it is MCT coconut oil, okay? And understand something, sunflower oil, olive oil, no, don't do it, don't do it. And all of these other oils, you don't want to do those. Do the top ones. We buy the best hemp oil on this planet. It comes out of Canada. We buy the best MCT oil. This stuff's expensive, I'll tell you. Richard will probably come on because he's the one who buys it. He's the one that makes it. And understand this. Here's one for you. If you were to buy 1 gram of C60 today, it will cost you $350 US. Richard, years ago, bought a dump truck full of it. Think about that. Somebody was thinking, wait till you hear how he makes his C60. Nobody does it like we do. But here's the kicker. You ready for this? C60 is now being touted as one of the top things for helping to remove graphene from the V. And understand something. We've been doing it. And we use also black diamond and black gold humic fulvic, all right? And we use a couple of other things in our formula, but understand something, C60 will rewrite the brain. And whether you believe this or not, we'll get into it more, because people are going to go, well, what's C60 made out of? Well, guess what? Just so you know, graphene is carbon. C60 has carbon in it. Okay, so the reality is this, is that it's actually graphene carbon-based, what they're doing to you. Now, it's not the carbon or the graphene that's the problem. The problem is what they put inside of it. That's why our C60 will neutralize our C60 product because it is a carbon graphene product. And now you're going, oh, graphene, I got to stay away from that. A little bit of information is dangerous. Okay, so we will get you to take our graphene. It will neutralize their graphene. Did you get that? I hope you understand that. There's always opposites, okay? There's love, there's hate. With love, we neutralize that. Well, it's unconditional love. And with our actual C60, we're going to neutralize this stuff. We're going to rewrite your brain. We're going to reprogram it. You're going to get your eyesight back. It'll go, remember, it's the strongest antioxidant on the planet. I think I've said enough. That's a good warmer-upper, eh? Richard, how are you, my friend?
I'm very good today, Daryl. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, my friend. Richard, how long have you been doing making C60?
I started in 2015, and I put it on the market the first time.
Richard, people won't be able to hear you. They can't hear you, bud. Let me see.
Oh.
No, well, there's something not right here. Let me see. I don't know what it is, but let's see here. I'm going to try something else, everybody. Okay? Let's just try this. Okay, Richard, go ahead.
Okay, is this any better?
Nope, it's not. Okay. I don't know what's going on, folks, but seems we hear the ocean. Okay, they can only hear the ocean. They can't hear you. Okay, what I'm going to do, everybody, is I'm going to move everything to inside. Richard, can you hold on? And hopefully it'll be quieter. Okay, all right. Okay, everybody, you're going to go for a little walk. Okay, I'm going to try to go slowly so that people don't get a headache. Well, this is awkward. Thanks, everybody, for your patience. Sometimes we have to readjust here. Hopefully this is going to be better. All right. Okay, Richard, you want to try that?
Okay, how is that, Daryl?
There's something not right. Hold on a second. We'll see if people can hear you. But there's something not right, and I don't know what it is, because I know you have a brand new phone, but everybody else, when I do this, I can hear them clear. Go ahead.
Okay, hopefully this is better.
Go ahead and speak, and then I'd like people to just tell me if you can hear him or you can't hear him, please.
Okay. Today I thought that we would talk about the hemp oil, and I could start talking about what the major benefits of the hemp oil C60 are.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, first of all, Richard, what I'd like you to do before we do that, what sets us apart from every other C60 on the planet? Now, understand, everybody, when you do something right and you do something really well, you need to actually, okay, let me see here, him better than outside. Thank you. It sounds like you're in a tunnel, though, and it's coming from your phone, just so you know. So when you do something really good and you do it better than anybody else that we don't know everybody, but we do know most of the people that are actually making C60 in the world. When we came out with this C60, okay, that Richard makes, this is not a word of a lie. We went and talked the first time about how there was so much fraudulent C60 out there. I hope you know, guys, 95 to 98% of C60 is fraudulent, and it comes out of China. And when we did that, you would not believe how many people on Amazon stopped selling C60. Richard, is that true?
No, that's true.
Yeah, that's true, guys.
Yeah.
They shut that sucker down fast. A lot of them did. Go ahead, Richard. I'd like you to tell them why ours is unique, though.
Okay, the reason why ours is unique is, number one, it's not made in China. Now, I hope this sound is a bit better. I turned off the noise cancellation and turned it to transparency mode.
No, there's something not right about your phone. Even though it's a 15, I would really have iPhone take a look at it, because there's something wrong with your speaker. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, the question pertaining to why is our C60 different, or what is wrong with the marketplace, is that 95% of the C60 itself, the powder, which is then mixed into the various oils, is made in China, where they really don't care about what they're making or how it's being made. And they can put basically anything in it. Chalk, black chalk, the stuff that you throw into what you use to brush your teeth. It's just anything is possible. And that's why I would never go near any other brand, because they purchase their powder from China. They may say that they make it themselves, but oftentimes, if not always, they dilute it with that product.
I was actually with everybody. I was actually with 3 companies prior to Richard, just so you know that. And that's what you got to do. You got to keep on going and keep on looking and keep on searching. That's what life's all about. And but once you find someone with high integrity, you can stay with them, and that's Richard. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. But it's true. You know, we don't plan on purchasing for another 10 years any carbon 60, because we have enough of it. But for those that are out there and they're really working for months and months, how in the world can you have a good supply of carbon 60 and being prepared to make it if you never know what you're getting? It's like buying from a different car manufacturer every month, a new, F-150. But one month it's made by Ford, the next month it's made by Joe Blow out of China. You just can't do it. You can't say that you're making the same mixture every month, because you're not. And that's the problem, because, even though some companies themselves are very well-intentioned, you can't be well-intentioned on the final output if the final output is determined upon a carbon-based product that you don't know where it's made or how it's made, or where it's even shipped from. Even if it's not made in China, but it's sold through China, who made it in the first place? You just don't know. And that's why we purchase all of our products mainly from Russia. And you say, well, Russia? And I say, yeah, Eastern Europe, whether that be the Ukraine back then, we're talking now, many, many years ago, they were not considered an enemy like the Cold War that exists right now. They were just considered, coming out from the old Soviet era, and the fall of the Iron Curtain, and just getting back up on their feet. They were not considered an enemy at all. And the biggest difference is that back then, you look at the leaders, whether it be Putin or the Politburo, they all were taking C60. Even if you look back at Trump's wife, Melania, she was flopping different mixtures of C60 on her face, and she was writing about it on, at the time, Facebook and Twitter, which is now X, which she's not on.
But
yeah,
Richard, if I can say something, everybody, can you grab? Okay, you did. This is the C60 that we have in a pump, and it's MCT oil. And understand something, C60 MCT oil is the only thing you want to put on your body in the way of C60. It's got to be MCT oil, guys. It really does. I mean, the effect of C60, okay, MCT oil, if you want beautiful skin, if you've got eczema, psoriasis, or anything going on, or you want to get rid of those wrinkles, okay, and then the hemp oil is what you put in vaginally, and I'll talk about that later, okay, when you want to do vaginal infusion to heal yourself, women. Okay, go ahead there, my friend.
Yeah. So in Russia, they have been taking it at the higher level. When I say the higher level, I mean people. If there's a top 5%, they have a top 2%, and the top 2% of people there are taking C60 every day, and they're living to be a long age. They've been taking it there for at least 20 years. So when we think of ourselves as being a higher level or a higher degree of sophistication in the medical field, no, not when it comes to carbon 60. The Europeans, they've been taking it for a lot longer period of time than we here in the Western world. It's a brand new thing for us.
Do you mind if I share something, and then you can talk about it a little bit more? Everybody, just know this, that Richard sells to us, but he also has somebody else he sells to, and he sells to upper government and military, correct?
That's right.
Yes. C60, and there's a reason for it, everybody. There's got this reason. You got the reason that it's the world's most powerful antioxidant. It actually reprograms and regenerates the brain, brings back the eyesight, helps to bring back the immune system, rewrites programs in the body. And this is all because it has the highest electrical charge of any product. Everything is based on frequency, and C60, okay, has the highest frequency if it was of any other molecule on the planet if it's been done right. Richard?
Yeah. Yes. So the reason why we're selling and or purchasing, I should say, from Russia is the reason why the carbon 60 itself is so good. It's because they don't cut corners, and number two, they have unlimited supplies of energy that is not charged to its customers at a fantastic rate. In that, if you're using something in the U.S. for development, then I'm just turning off my other phone. I apologize. I have many phones. If you are using something for development like carbon 60, the government, the Russian government, create the carbon 60. Whereas in the Western world, it's going to cost you a fortune to use it. So that is why the C60 itself is so inexpensive, or was at one time 8 years ago when I was purchasing it. And for that reason, they could provide me with a carbon 60 that was totally black. It was purified to such an extent that when you looked at the powder, it is black. Whereas in the Western world, for example, if you wanted to buy any 99.95 or 99.99 or in the middle, which is what ours is, you can't really, I would say that if they saw ours, which they have tried to purchase some from us, but they end up having to purchase our bottles, which they do monthly, which I find rather funny. Their carbon 60 powder, which they use to create carbon 60 liquid, is a reddish brown, not a black, okay, or a reddish black. If you can imagine that.
Which is wrong. Wrong.
Which is very wrong. Yeah, it is tainted, in other words. It's not pure. So when they say that theirs is 99.95% pure carbon 60 oven baked, which it should be or must be actually to get to that level of purity, it's not truly a pure product. And if it's not a pure product, it shouldn't be going into your body. The unfortunate thing is when you go to the grocery shelves and you're buying pears that say that they're organic or apples. Well, it's a different thing between buying a non-organic apple and putting it in your body and then purchasing carbon 60 that costs a lot of money. We're talking, hundreds and hundreds of dollars a liter, $500-$600 to produce a liter properly. That you're going to be using. And, it's very sad, but at the same time, I understand why that's the best that competitors can purchase. So it doesn't upset me because I know that it's still going to do them some good, as in the customer, that it is sad that they could, if they really tried, they could get what I'm purchasing, but at double the price. So they would have to charge over $1,000 a bottle.
And that's where that sits. Do you mind, Richard? Somebody's asking the comment. Yeah, I said it. It's not me. But yes, the actual C60 is being touted all around the world for its effects for detoxifying people that had the V. You heard what I said. I'm not saying it. It's other health practitioners and scientists. It's actually stated in PubMed. And if you do your homework and you actually type that in, long as Google's not erasing it yet, it's one of the 4 pillars that we use for helping to decontaminate people that have had this. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 times, you're going to see a difference within days when you front end load this product. And I mean it. And understand something. This is so huge with also reprogramming the brain, for getting your eyesight back, for going in and right down to the cellular level, helping to rewrite the programming in the body. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah. To follow up on what you just mentioned, there was a study in France that you can find on PubMed regarding the V, or the shot, or Satan juice, all about this. And you can just look it up. And it's right there. It's not hidden. You can look it up, and it talks about carbon 60 and its effect on the juice, the dart, and how it relieves and removes the actual the carbon molecules that are multiplying nonstop. It ends them.
1 second, Richard. I'm just gonna, this person's asked 3 times now. Yeah, we have our Black Friday sale on. It's on until this Sunday night. And yes, both C60s are on sale. And somebody's asking, will the C60 hemp oil actually help me with sleeping and with my anxiety? Understand something. I already told you the C60 hemp oil will actually heal the endocannabinoid system in your body that controls this. And whether you believe it or not, it's blue light poisoning and 5G that's knocking it out of us. That's why everybody's craving anything that's going to numb them out. We don't want to numb out. We want to be here. We want to be in the present moment, okay? And we want to be in the present moment. We want to own it. And we want our endocannabinoid system, because our endocannabinoid system reduces pain and inflammation. And when you can't reduce pain and inflammation in your body, you've knocked it out. When you knock out your endocannabinoid system, and I'm telling you that you can reboot it with C60 hemp oil. I mean, C60 MCT oil is going to help, but the hemp oil is stronger for that process. Okay, Richard?
Yeah. I'm on PubMed right now, and I'm looking because I wanted to be able to answer this person's question. And it says, and I'll read directly from what it says.
Please read it, and can you do me a favor? Tell me where you found it on PubMed, or after I'm
the link.
Send me the link,
Yeah.
and I'll put the link up at the top of the page, everybody. on Facebook. Okay.
Sure. It says possible improvement in sleep. It says hemp might improve sleep with people with certain sleep disorders, and then obviously there's a link that I would have to go to continue reading about this. And more research is in this. Says some research suggests that hemp may help with also substance misuse disorders, sleep.
Substance disorders. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, but it's mainly talking here about the sleep disorders. But now that I've got this up here, it's giving me 5. Now this is about the hemp. It gives 5 major categories, all about the hemp oil that's used with the carbon 60. That together, when you use them, it's like a multiplying effect. I could just read PubMed here and tell people everything about the hemp oil itself that's used in combination with C60 that they have known for a long time that people don't even talk about.
Richard, can you hold for a second? There's somebody asking here,
Yeah.
do we use solvents? Are you crazy? We don't use solvents, do we, Richard? We never would. That would be breaking all the rules.
Yeah, solvent free. It says right on the label.
Yeah, no, we would never do that. This is the purest concentrated C60 in the world, and I would like anyone to challenge us on this. And Richard, somebody's going, I heard that most C60 is actually made in blender-like type units. Oh, I guess they're talking about, they're like quart-sized blenders with a magnet to make the C60 swirl, and there's like a little tornado in it, and they're going, why does yours differ, Richard?
Well, that would take a half an hour, but if you can imagine instead of a little spinner with a little rotating peanut, imagine something that's over 6 feet tall and is being spun like a tornado. There's nothing wrong with a tornado, but it's in glass and it's 6 inches thick and weighs many tons, and it's hung from a steel beam ceiling and is being generated by music that's emoting the frequency.
Richard, can I just tell them, guys, it's in this huge upside down looking bell. It will hold approximately 250 quarts liters, close to the same, and it's upside down, and it's not a 1 liter with a magnet. Okay, Richard has a process that nobody uses. He's not going to talk about that part, but he also uses music that he. Why don't you tell them that, Richard?
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say it, as everyone knows, but as many know, frequencies are alive, and frequencies that are injected into liquids, and we are mainly water, frequencies that are injected into liquids such as oil, they impart themselves ultimately into our bodies. And they retain whatever you put into them. If you put something that is ugly into a frequency, ugliness stays, just like Dr. Emoto showed with the crystallization of water.
Right.
When frozen, So I thought, why not put the frequencies of love as it is being created? That is, just as the powder turns itself into the actual colored liquid. For example, what looks like water but is actually oil, for example, in MCT, the coconut oil, is clear, looks like water, but at a certain point in time, the powder, which is black, starts to imagine popcorn. But instead of turning larger in size, it starts to turn into a beautiful light pink and then eventually into a purple.
Where's my? Can
And
you hand me the purple
that's
bottle?
what
please?
happens.
C60,
So you can
my bottle.
actually see it if you are in there at certain points in time. Now, it doesn't happen to each particle of carbon at the same time, but it does over a certain period of time. So to have it, to say at its birth, which is its birth is powder form, and then the very end is when it comes out as a, toddler. The toddler is when its final form.
So,
Not that we're eating toddlers or anything, but in its finished form. And it's beautiful, just beautiful. If you were to taste just a clear bit of MCT oil or hemp oil, it tastes fine. But when you taste it when it's finished, it's got a nice, soothing, and I would have to say it's like your neurotransmitters are just sparking away because they feel so good and they feel loving.
yes, and so the MCT oil, no taste, and so soothing when it comes in. The hemp oil, just a little bit of a nutty flavor maybe, eh, Richard? What do you think?
Yes, it's a nutty flavor, exactly. It's a nutty, even a bit earthy, so that you feel sort of grounded to the earth. It has a nice earthy taste. And it's only the product that we use, like you had mentioned earlier, that comes out of Canada, and it comes out of BC, which is the best, I'd say, in the entire world. And we only get it from one particular place out of BC, one manufacturer, and we're his largest client. So
And there it is.
that's about. Oh, now what can I say about the hemp? Let me tell you this: the hemp that we get when we purchase it, it is actually green. And if you look on the intertubes or the internet, as some people call it now, it is yellow. If you look at the product that you get that you purchase from anyone, even in the grocery store, they're starting to sell hemp oil. It looks like, I hate to say it looks like urine.
You don't want yellow hemp oil. Anybody, do not buy it. It's cheap.
Yeah, and it is. It's what everyone else sells.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. But he seems, for us, our company, just nothing but the best. And he told me that it's more like CBD only in the green form because ours is the best that he makes. And if we had been selling just CBD, we would be getting, $80 just an ounce. And forget that we have the carbon 60 in it. The carbon 60 would be adding, $200 an ounce. So imagine that.
Imagine that.
You could be selling your bottles for, I don't know, $6,000-$7,000 a piece. But we would never do that because, we're not crazy honey grubbers. But did you want me to go through?
I do, but can you hold for 1 second? First of all, Blaze, hang
I
it.
can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm just going to answer a couple things here. Blaze, first thing, if you hang on, Blaze, you can call me and we can talk about the safety of Zihuatanejo and Ixtapa personally. Look we've been here for, how long did we come here? We've been here for 2.5 years, right?
Yeah.
We've had, just so you know this, we've had in 2.5 years about, I would say at least 2,000 to 2,500 patients, and people come down and nobody's ever been robbed or hurt or harassed. No, this is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life, guys. So let's get that. You've all been programmed to be scared. They're going to tell the stories of this to try to get you not to come. Should I buy a place in Ixtapa? I would. I'll talk about this at the end. I don't want to keep Richard on, but I'm going to tell you something. I would buy a place down here because this will be one of the safest places in the world for the next 7 to 8 years. Remember I said that, and you can take that to the bank. First of all, I'm going to be going down, Richard, I'll cut off in a second. I'll pick this up later, guys, but I'm going down to the market here, and I'm going to be buying, buying about a gallon and a half of fresh beet, carrot, and juice, and some green juices, freshly made, right in front of my eyes, not bottled like in Canada, United States, totally organic, and it's gonna cost me like 45 bucks. Are you like getting that? Do you get this? When you get a bottle in Canada, it's $12, and it was bottled 2 or 3 days prior, eh, Lori? We know. We travel all over Canada, United States, into Australia, and nobody's making fresh juice, but here they'll always do it. Okay? I'll do a video this morning when I go down there around 11:30, 12 o'clock today to pick up my juices. Okay? I just want everybody to get it. I love Mexico. There's no freer country I've ever been in, and I'm going to be going on a world tour, and I'll be in 7 different countries in this world tour starting in January, but the first courses I'm doing is here at the Cala del Mar 4-diamond resort, and it's the most beautiful trip you'll ever have, the best adventure. And even if you want to come down here and you want to come to one of my lectures, or you want to drop in for a day at my whole life coach course for free, I'll let you come. Okay? I want to open up everything that I do and everything that I have. I want to share it with everyone. I'm telling you, I know better. You don't know better. You listen to the crazy fear-mongering BS, and it's really got to stop, okay? I'm telling you right now, oh, it's the mafia. Oh, please. Well, if you're going to come down here and be a drug dealer, you might have some problems, okay? So as long as you're not going to do that, okay, guys? Go ahead, Richard.
Okay. I guess next step would be what are the benefits of hemp oil? Is that good with you?
Benefits of what?
I thought hemp oil.
Absolutely, absolutely, and people need to understand that. 1 second, Blaze. You can call me at 469-861-8884. Direct or on WhatsApp or on my 800 number, extension 5. I'll tell you everything. I'm not selling properties. I'm not trying to sell people on Mexico. It's just the most beautiful place I've been in my life, and I travel the world. Go ahead, Richard.
Okay. I've got listed in front of me 6 benefits of hemp oil itself.
Okay.
And obviously when you, the first one is obviously that CBD oil is derived from cannabis. And they have found over the years that it's a natural remedy for many different things. And the number one thing is pain relief. Pain relief and relaxation without altering your mind. And to do that, they take out the CBD oil from the cannabis plant, and you then dilute it with a carrier oil, and that is either coconut oil, the MCT, or hemp seed oil, and that's what we use. We use the hemp seed oil and carbon 60, and together you can rub it on your skin or take it internally. And in the actual hemp, there are 100 chemical compounds, which I did not know.
There you go.
That is number one. Yeah, I had no idea that there were 100 chemical compounds. And now there's another link that I can click on, and I would love to find out what these things are. You know? So, anyways, I will send you the link, and everyone can read this, and they can go down the rat hole themselves. But, yes, everyone that I speak to, they talk about how it's, when rubbed on the skin or the MCT, it relieves pain. But most people take it internally to do that and use the MCT on the skin. That's why people take one in the morning and the other in the evening. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and the more negative symptoms, pain, inflammation you have, you front-end load. There is no negative symptoms from taking this product. You can believe it or not believe it. You see this bottle here, everyone? Well, this is the MCT C60, and it's a purple color. Now, there's a company that actually puts palm oil in to make theirs purple. This is naturally purple by us, and we're one of the only companies in the world that does this. Okay, and then our hemp oil, okay, as Richard said, okay, is not yellow. We're the only ones. That's the quality of this. It's green. And anybody that has any like eczema or psoriasis, which is a fungal problem, which is created by a leaky gut, which is actually not a leaky gut. It's leaky large intestine. It creates all autoimmune diseases. I hope you know that. That's where it all starts, okay? And just so, put this in your pocket, everyone. Anybody that takes antibiotics, if you take Cipro for 5 days for a bladder infection, ladies, just know this. If you don't know how to restore your large intestine, it takes on average 1 year to bring back your good bacteria and your immune system, which is 85% of your large intestine is your immune system. I hope you know that. And it'll take a year to get there. So you are in for hell if you don't know what to do. And those of you that take antibiotics for 5 days, other antibiotics, you're looking at 6 months to 9 months to rehabilitate. And this is actually a stat. So understand that. So let me get back to this. So the C60 and hemp and the coconut oil, MCT oil, they have no side effects, no harmful side effects. And I will do this and put it under my tongue. Well, here's my bottle, okay? Excuse me. But I'll hold it there until it becomes water. And what I tell people with chronic conditions is to do anywhere like a teaspoon, and do a teaspoon 4 to 6 times a day. And you wait until you find out what happens. And then with regular dosage, maybe you would do a teaspoon of the hemp, the MCT oil early in the day, and then, but I don't do anything regular because my life is like this. I'm continually going and I love it. I'm not burnt out. I'm not moody. I'm not angry. I'm just loving it. It's the greatest adventure. Like, I don't know, I just want to have the most out of this life. I mean, I will sip on this and I'll sip on it maybe a dozen times in a daytime or 10 times in a daytime. But you can do like MCT oil, C60, a teaspoon in the morning, and then the hemp oil later in the day to help to just calm you down, because that's what it does. But if you have a lot of pain and inflammation problems, I would be doing at least 2 teaspoons of the MCT earlier in the day, and then 2 teaspoons of the hemp oils, C60, later in the day. But with my patients that we need to get work done, we front end load and we do 6 teaspoons a day. And patients that are actually on their way to another place in the universe, we have them doing 2 ounces a day. So understand something. It's not like drugs, okay? You are putting in the highest frequency of electromagnetic charge in your body. I mean, come on. It's what diffuses this thing, okay? And you're putting that charge into your body. It's all about electricity. I mean, when you pass away and leave your body, there's no electricity. When you're sick in bed, you only have a little bit of electricity. Electricity is what energy is. We shouldn't be talking about, hey, I need energy. No, you need electrical current going through your body. And we know that C60s have the highest current frequency on the planet. That's it. That's all I want to say. Go ahead, Richard.
Okay. Number 2, with respect to benefits of hemp oil, would be, it says, reducing symptoms related to mental health disorders. And I see this over and over again. It says CBD oil has shown promise as to be a treatment for mental health disorders. And then it goes on and on about different literature reviews. The 2020 literature review on hemp and mood disorders found that multiple studies suggest that hemp has properties that help reduce symptoms of depression, anxiety, and even psychosis. And then it goes on and on. So,
and there's going to be a lot of that in the next 7 years. And I'm telling you that because people aren't prepared.
Yeah, I just find this, it lines up with what I see to the people that purchase, our products. But people are, they're really on edge, and you think they're about to go over the cliff, but the product seems to just, bring them back and get them back to normal. And I'm glad that I'm actually seeing this in writing for a change. Normally when you try to look up C60, a lot of people are more than often trying to scare people. They have no degrees, they have no information, they're just out there trying to scare, like the word graphene, to scare people. But when you get to the actual doctors, when you get on the PubMed or Healthline, this is when you get the truth. They can't really publish lies. They have to publish the truth. Okay, the next one is really interesting because it's,
can you hold that for 1 second? Everybody,
Sure.
Some people are just jumping on. If you want to know more about C60, you need to go to my library, okay, docofdetox.com. Go to the library and you can go into the world's most powerful, the miracle molecule. My apologies. The miracle molecule in my library, or you can go to store.docofdetox.com. We've got lots of information in there. Store.docofdetox.com. And Blaze, I'm going to say it one more time. My phone number is 469-861-8884. Or you can call me on my 800 number, which you can find it on my website. And I'm extension 5. Okay? I'm extension 5. All right? And everybody, and somebody keeps asking this. When Richard's done, I'll go in and I will give you at the end of this my V protocol for detoxification. All right, thank you. Go ahead, Richard.
okay. I only have 3 more. Don't worry. People will be happy. May alleviate certain cancer-related symptoms. And that goes, this is related obviously to the rat study, but people have all heard about that. That's why most people are even here. It says that the hemp will reduce cancer-related symptoms and side effects related to cancer treatment, such as nausea, vomiting, and pain. What it doesn't state, though, is how it actually, it says, well, it does say it does improve cancer-related symptoms, but it doesn't state that it stops people from getting cancer, which is difficult to prove, which is what the rat study does show, is that it does stop people from getting cancer.
Well,
but the fact that it's actually, go ahead, sir.
No, I was just going to say, if you want to talk about it, you don't have to. But Richard has had personal experience, okay, with somebody he loves that had a dire situation with cancer, and he had that person do approximately 1 ounce of the MCT and 1 ounce of the MCT C60 and 1 ounce of the hemp oil C60 every day. And how did it turn out, Richard?
This person, who was my wife, who only was putting this stuff on her face, she was in stage 4, and we gave her less than a week to live, and she was cured. So for people that say, this won't do anything to cancer, baloney, it will. Just these 2 types mixed together, or having one and then the other, the hemp and the MCT together will, well, it did with my wife, so I believe that it will do it for anyone who believes. Stop cancer. It had spread from one area of her colon to her bones surrounding, and this was all documented with x-rays. And a week later, after 3 weeks of taking the product, she was cured. And to this day, I just can't believe it. I'm just shocked.
Understand, everyone.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. Understand, everyone, that when he says it's spread, this is my belief, my research over the years, and I'm going to tell you, this is me. I'm allowed to believe whatever I want, and you can believe whatever you want. I don't believe that cancer mutates. Okay, there you go. It doesn't multiply that way and mutate into other organs or other places. The infection that created the inflammation is out of hand. And it's just like the next weakest link in the body. So the first weakest link is going to go. If you don't reduce the infection, the inflammation, the next link is going to go, because inflammation means inflame. And understand, Dr. Otto Warburg was the only person that received the Nobel Prize for discovering the cause of cancer, which was lack of oxygen. And lack of oxygen. So what do you think the strongest antioxidant in the world, something that is 270 times, not 270%, 270 times stronger than vitamin C, has the highest electrical charge to it. And we know that electricity or otherwise frequency can turn off disease, okay? Because everything is frequency, everything is vibration, and that's what life is based on. Richard, if C60 can help receding gums and cavities. Wow. Well, absolutely. Richard, you want to answer it? Should I?
Well, you're more familiar with receding gums than I am, so go ahead.
So what you're going to do is you're going to keep it under your tongue and let it be emulsified, and then you're going to swish it around in your mouth, okay? And you're going to do that, and then you're going to swallow. But I do want you to understand, because we're going to bring up, okay, get rid of those infectious issues out of your tissues. But guys, you need to understand this, and most people, you will not take this right away. But why don't you go ask your dentist where gum disease comes from? He doesn't even know. Gum disease comes from bum disease. Did you hear me? Because guess what? It's not food you ate from today. It's not that you didn't brush your teeth, okay? It's actually, and it's proven, you've got to work on your bowels as well and your mouth. And when it also comes to gum disease, I'm going to tell you what we do. You want to know what we do? You don't mind, Richard? Here it is, guys. We take silver bullet gel, and we just put it along the top of the toothbrush, silver bullet gel. Then what we do is we put a couple of drops of C60 on, just a couple of drops, 2 to 4 drops. Then we put 2 to 4 drops of Healthy Mouth, and then we sprinkle a little bit of black gold. And you do that, and you'll have white teeth. You won't have any gum disease. You won't have any boils. You won't have any cysts in here. Okay, you won't have any bleeding. And that will happen. That will happen. Okay? And the one that we use in the mouth is actually, you can use either one, but the one I use in the mouth is the MCT oil, C60. So that's silver bullet gel, and then 2 to 4 drops of C60, 2 to 4 drops of Healthy Mouth essential oil, a sprinkle of black gold humic fulvic, brush your teeth, and then tell me that that's not the most amazing thing you've ever done. Richard?
Okay. Okay, the next last one is, let me see here, improving the neurological conditions such as Parkinson's, Huntington's, autism spectrum disorder, ASD, and motor disorders like cerebral palsy. So, my God, if it can help with those neurological conditions, what else is left?
What else can it do? So somebody's asking, well, you can I just say this? You guys, you can get the products from store.docofdetox.com, and everything in Doc of Detox is on sale right now with our Black Friday sale, which is on until next Sunday. How does it help the eyes? Okay, first of all, just know this, everyone. And Lori's right here. Lori, I used to wear prescription glasses, honey? Yeah. Then I wore readers, didn't I? Yeah. And understand something. I do wear my Teslas when I'm doing a lot of work on the computer, but that helped because Tesla eyewear that we sell has C60 embedded into the lenses, okay? But guess what? I read up research that C60 would actually program and heal the brain, and that eye problems, and it basically 99% of all eye disorders come from the brain because the eyes don't see. The eyes actually, the optic nerve look like it's backwards because the optic nerve is to slow down the light and slow down frequencies because your brain sees. It makes the images. That's right. How crazy is that? So it's damage in the brain that actually causes the eye disorders. And the reality is, I'll add more onto this after we're done with Richard, but I was doing 1 teaspoon, okay, of MCT oil C60 3 times a day, and I did 1 teaspoon of the hemp oil 3 times a day later in the day. You may not have to do that, but guess what? I wasn't wearing any more readers. And then I would do this too. When I didn't have my glasses, I'd do this pinhole technique to try to read things. Hey, Lori? Yeah. People would go, what are you doing? You look kind of dumb. You know, I had enough of it. So I went hardcore on that and wore my Teslas, and I did the C60, and here we are today. And I have perfect eyesight, unless when I really overwork and I'm really tired, my eyes will get a little bit blurry, but that's just me wanting to slow down. But I can see it from afar. I can see small print. I can read the smallest print now. So, you know, I'm walking proof. You know, it's hard for me to say that because I'm the guy that sells it. So who knows if I'm really telling the truth, but I am. Richard?
Yeah, so there was a study done in 2020, and I only found out about it about 2 weeks ago. And it was all about carbon 60 and eye health. And this is also on PubMed once again. And they found that C60 helps to promote muscle strength, help to reduce and eliminate macular degeneration, and increase the eyesight for those that were farsighted and nearsighted.
There you go, everyone.
So yes, everything that you're saying.
It's true.
Yeah, so
we see it all the time. Richard, I got a gentleman. Yeah. He's doing some other things for us, and people can always call me if you want to know. But you can go to my do-it-yourself guide, and you'll find a lot of this in the do-it-yourself guide. But 1 second. Let's see if here. I have a gentleman, and let me just pull this down a little bit. I have a gentleman, and his cataracts were so bad he was losing his eyesight in both. All right, so he's doing a few other things, but I will tell you this right now, that he has turned around on one eye 70% and 60% on the other eye, his cataracts. So he doesn't have to have the surgery.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
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 I know that there's a waiting list in Canada, something like a year to 2 years, just to have the cataract surgery.
Well,
it's
cataracts.
out here.
Yeah, cataracts, just so you know it, everyone. 10,000, ready for this, Richard? 10,000 teenagers are being diagnosed with cataracts every day now from blue light poisoning.
Wow.
No, Richard, I'm not making this up. 10,000 teenagers are getting cataracts from blue light poisoning.
Cataract.
Well, it's not a good thing. I'll tell you that much.
No.
Because it's only going to get worse because everybody's addicted. See, everybody, you got to understand that the blue light that you're looking at is 12 noon light, and you're doing it for hours. And then you're doing blue light just before you go to bed, and you're telling your brain that it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon when it's 9 o'clock at night, and then you don't know why you can sleep. And then I have sleep apnea. Everybody's gone psycho. Okay? You got to get a pair of Teslas. Where are my Teslas? Right here. I don't wear them when I'm on shows because people go, why is he wearing sunglasses? But I just want to show something, Richard. The same C60 that Richard has is embedded in here. And that's what I used, Richard, was your C60 and my glasses, and I wore these all the time because it takes all light, all blue light, all types of light. It takes 5G or any frequencies that hit the eyes, and it transforms it into healing C60. How's that? Guess who invented that, Richard? Tesla.
That's amazing.
The C60 molecules embedded in the glass lenses. And these are called Tesla Lightwear. They're right on my website. Anyways, there's lots of questions here. C60 by mouth. You can put a drop of C60 in your eyes, everyone. Yes, you can. You can restore your eyes that way. Yes, you can put C60 in. Just put a drop in, close your eyes, and kick back. Put one in each. Even if you only have one eye problem, you're going to do it in both eyes, and you're going to kick back, and you're going to just chill out for a few minutes and let it soak into the back of the eye. Because if you've got a problem on the front, it's 10 times worse on the back. I hope you get this, everyone. That's how it works, okay? And know this, we're going to heal the eye itself, and then by drinking it, you're going to restore the part of the brain that actually heals the eye. Because it was actually part of your brain, okay, that was getting inflammation, scar tissue formation, and calcification, and guess what it did? It created the cataract. Your brain created the cataract to make the cataract thick so it could slow down the blue light poisoning that was causing lesions in the brain and causing dementia and causing Alzheimer's, causing headaches, causing brain dysfunction, causing you to have anxiety. Remember, the brain uses more energy than any other organ, and blue light will create anxiety because of the inflammation it causes in your brain, and you won't even know it. And then you're wondering why you're miserable, why you're edgy, like you drank coffee, or I'm short-tempered. Well, because your brain's on fire from blue light. Let me tell you something. These psychos that run everything and have been running everything since the beginning of time, they could have put not blue light on our phones, not LED lighting that is blue light, not blue light that's on the TV, or when you go to a movie, blue light. They could have done not blue light on the computers. They could have used Tesla frequencies. They could have used scalar frequencies. And they could have used full spectrum light therapy that when you're on your computer all day long, you just did the greatest healing. And you better get that, okay? So these guys live off our suffering. And they think it's a big joke. These families believe that they are the gods of this planet. Whoops. Take it easy, Daryl. The gods of this planet, and they have the right. And you know what? I know this is off topic, but it isn't, because I want people to understand something. They have one law in their religion, and that's this. Tell them how you're going to poison them, and then when you do, you don't go to hell. That they chose it. And guess what? Think about it. They tell us everything in the movies. They tell us everything. They'll even come out and just tell us, we are going to do this to you. And then people go, oh, and then they do. Then they go and they take up the poison, whether it's emotional, nutritional, or physical suffering, and that's what they do. And understand something. Too bad we couldn't get 8 billion people just to wake up. Maybe the C60 will help. What do you think, Richard?
No, I agree.
Yeah, it will.
Okay. Hemp oil benefits heart health. Here we go.
Hemp oil benefits what?
Heart health.
Heart health. Well, of course.
Yeah.
We know that. We know that. And you know what? You front end load. If you had somebody with a stroke, if you had somebody with a heart attack, you front end load. Don't you be cheap. Don't be cheap. Front end load for 6 weeks and then tell me that I'm wrong. And then also, it wouldn't hurt that if you hydrated them with structured water and got them on a perfect day diet and didn't give them all that cooked food and fried food, okay? All right? Hydrogen and water, structure units make hydrogen and water. You can get a Kangen, but guess what? It's still not structured. Structured water is nature's water, okay? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Are you ready for this? You ever hear of C70?
I've heard of C50, C60, C30. Not C70.
This person here says, I get C70 and it's half the price. I'm only saying this out loud
Okay.
because I'm telling you she's getting ripped. She's getting ripped off.
So that is a deviation
Yes.
It's a different version. It's a mutation.
It's a mutation of
Mutation
C60.
of the ring.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's
people.
why it's cheaper.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. You keep taking it if you want, and you're going to save yourself money, but you may not save your health. Okay? I love when people.
I would say the first thing that's going to go is the brain. It may have positive effects that person thinks on muscle, but the brain is going to be affected.
Your brain, yeah, her brain will be affected. Yeah. Yeah, people always want to take a shortcut.
Blood-brain barrier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just look that up on the internet as well. Just look up C70 and negative effects, and holy smokes, you'll probably get...
Yeah, why don't you look up C70 and its negative effects, love? And just know this, somebody's asking about the eyes. Well, what I would do is, even if you buy a smaller bottle of the C60 hemp and the C60 MCT oil, do 1 drop in each eye in the morning of the MCT, and then do another drop in each eye of the hemp in the afternoon. And then guess what? When you start going, wow, it is helping, this is better, then you can do more. Okay? All right? That's what I would do. Richard, anything else?
No, that was it. I'm just... I looked up C70, and I'm looking at the molecule and how it works against oxidative stress versus C60, and it's night and day. C60 was the most active substance. One is a pro-oxidant, and one's an antioxidant. So, yeah, C70 is not a good item to be putting into a human.
Yeah. If I can say this, yes. I would you can use the infinite iodine in your eyes, but not at the same time as a C60, okay? So what I would do is I would put the infinite iodine, 1 drop in each eye, and then close your eyes. And you know, the more toxic your eyes, the more they'll irritate a little bit, but that'll go away within anywhere from 15 seconds to a minute, depending on how toxic you are. The more toxic you are, the more it might irritate a little bit. After that, then you would put the C60 drops in the eyes. Just let that, you know, all you got to do is just put the infinite iodine will disinfect the eyes in 15 seconds. So just give it enough time that your eyes feel, wow, that's wonderful. It might sting a little bit for half a minute, and then once it goes away, then you can put the C60 in, and then just close your eyes and kick back and relax, okay? That's it. Yes, okay, what else here? Also, believe it or not, we have what's called ear restore. And when we have people that have really bad problems with their tinnitus or their hearing, we will have them put iodine in their infinite iodine in first in the ear. And then it just needs to sit there for 1 to 2 minutes. And then, you know, just put a few drops. And then after you do that, you can use, I tell people to alternate. They can use our ear restore, but they can also use our C60 hemp oil in the ear, and then put just a couple of drops. And when you're on the go, if you've got like tinnitus or hearing problems, okay, or an earache, you know, you don't want it dripping out. If you put a drop, because hemp oil is thicker, if you put just 1 drop of hemp oil in your ear and just in as deep as you can, and then in the other side, it's not going to come out, and you're going to be healing your ears. That's how I tell people with tinnitus or ear infections, that's the best thing to do, is use the hemp, because it's thicker and it'll just stay in there and hang in there, and it'll do its work, okay? All right? What I'll do is this week, I'll come on and I'll do a do-it-yourselfer. And I'll talk about all the different products, where we use them, where, and then you can decide what you want to do, okay, everyone? Yes, the person's asking, the Black Friday sale's on right now. My child is 90% deaf in 1 year. And understand something, this lady, if you'd like to call me Sassy Pants, my phone number is 469-861-8884. If you want to come on and do a live, I'll do a consultation and I'll show you what I would do if that was my child. And I will do it for free because children do not have to have this. And you know what? You can improve your child's hearing and you can do it quickly. The longer you wait, the more crystallization, scar tissue formation, calcification, and the bigger problem you're going to have. So Sassy, if you want to call me and do this, I'm going to do this with you. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay? But you know what? We want to do as much as we can for children. Please seek professional advice, not snake oil. Oh, really? Okay, well, you go ahead, Sassy. You go seek professional advice and not my snake oil. Isn't it just lovely, eh? So she comes on and says, my child has 90% hearing loss. We're using pure and the highest vibrational healing ingredients on the planet. And she calls me a snake oil salesman. Oh, isn't that great? Okay, cool. Anyways, Richard, go ahead.
I think people have lost their mind.
They've lost. Sassy Pants is a Sassy Pants. She goes by her name. God love her. If you want to call me Sassy Pants, it's all good, okay?
Well, I can see that there's a lot of people that aren't trying to bring others up in the world. They're just trying to push others down. And that's the way it is.
Yeah, MZA says, no, I called you a snake oil salesman. Well, MZA, would you like to come on a show with me and talk about that? Make sure you do your research first. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I get it, everyone. Haters hate. Okay, lovers love. Okay, and the reality is isn't it great how people can make quick judgments, quick reaction? They know so much. They know so much. Everybody's a specialist here today. Okay. Anyways, go ahead there, Richard.
Well, all that I'm doing is reading from PubMed and talking about real life experience.
MZA, go to PubMed and put in C60. Those are real studies, or they wouldn't be on there. That's a government channel. So guess what? And if you're going to be nasty and not go do your research, then you won't be on my channel. Thank you. There you go.
And they can look up fuller research.
PubMed, yes. PubMed. Go to PubMed.
And go look up hemp oil.
Look up hemp oil.
Look up MCT coconut oil.
Look up MCT coconut oil.
And these are things that the government doesn't want you to read about, which is why they hide them on two places, PubMed and Healthline.
PubMed and HealthWatch?
No, Healthline.
Helpline or Healthline?
Healthline. Health is in good health.
Okay, Healthline and PubMed, you guys. You guys that think that we're got snake oil, go to those two. Come back here with intelligence. And if you can't do that, and if you get nasty on here without you actually doing any research, I will remove you because you're an annoyance. And you know what? I don't allow bugs to fly around in the house either. Okay.
And I'm going to, just for fun, because if there's one place that likes to leave negative comments, it is eBay. And I'm going to, just for fun, go to my eBay, where I first started to sell, and I'm going to go and I'm going to give you, and people, they can go look it up themselves. I'm going to give people the name of my account is Oils Effect. OIL for oil, S, so plural, and then the letter FX. And I have 645 reviews, and it's 100% I guess 5-star positive. Yes, 5-star, I guess. So I don't know how you could do not a single negative feedback. So
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do much better than that.
I hope everybody can find peace and inner peace, and I hope everybody tries to expand their mind a little bit. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah,
That would
I
be
don't
really
know.
cool.
I don't. Yeah, and I don't know why people are so crazy and negative. You know, sometimes you just have to admit that you're selling the right product and that it works. And that's what you do. You sell a good product, and I no longer
Okay.
sell my product on eBay. And the reason I don't is because I have you selling it. I don't have to sell it.
I'm just going to say this, MZA, I'm not going to answer your stuff anymore. You didn't go to PubMed and do your research yet. You're still saying, show me. We don't need to show you anything. One second, Richard. MZA, I need you to understand something. I don't need to show you anything. I've got 45 years in the business. I give a money-back guarantee for almost everything I do. MZA, I don't need to show you anything. Please go away now. Okay? Go away. All right? Go away. And if you say one more thing, nasty comment, I'm going to take you off. Not because, guess what? You scare me. But guess what? You're not going to come on here just because you are constipated. Upstairs. All right. Thank you. Let's go ahead.
Okay. Well, I hope things go better with some weirdos in your audience. That's too bad.
Well, they have to do it. They have to do it. They just need to do it. Okay. It's just who they are. You know, life isn't, you know what? Here's the deal. Can I just say this? Love them anyway. Okay. Bear no grudges. And I want to say this, when you go out into the world and you get people that are upset, when you get people that are really moody, okay, don't take it personal, anyone. Do not take it personal. And this is what we need to do. We've got 7 years of a really bumpy ride. But if you could just go in and master your brain and your thoughts and stay connected to your heart and mind your own business. Mind your own business, okay? All right. Richard, I think we did pretty good today. I think you stirred up some trouble, and I want to thank you for that, okay?
Yeah, no, I can do that. I can do that anytime.
Yeah. Everybody, we're going to have Richard back on, and we'll have Richard back on, let me see, today's Monday. He'll be coming back on Wednesday, and we'll probably be coming on at exactly the same time. If you've got questions, go do your research, and then come back on Wednesday, everyone. That's what I would do. Go do it. It's out there for you, okay? All right? Richard, what would you like to leave everybody with?
Well, be nice to each other. Be nice to Daryl. Be nice to the dog. He's just trying to help you. I don't know. Oh, that's a sad day. So you're interested in having me back on Wednesday? This Wednesday?
Yes, this Wednesday. Well, we have the Black Friday sale, and if we have people out there that need this product, I would rather they come and get it on a sale, Richard. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Then coming.
Okay.
I mean, I could have you back in a month, but there's no sale in a month, and I'd rather you came on, and if somebody needs it, we do it, right?
Okay, that's fine. So
Okay.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock Eastern
Wednesday,
Standard Time. Yeah.
Okay, and perhaps maybe one of those links that sounds better. You know, if that works better for you, or just this way. I don't know if the sound evened out at all, or.
You know what? When I'm done here this afternoon, I'm going to call you and we're going to try a couple different ways and see if WhatsApp sounds maybe louder or something like that.
I don't have WhatsApp. I have Zoom thing. I don't have WhatsApp.
Okay. Well, we'll try Zoom. We'll try Zoom. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, yeah. Sorry for.
Yeah. People say that you sound like a robot. It's coming through really tinny. Okay. That's all. Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe I am a robot. You never know.
Okay, Elon. Okay, Elon. Take it easy here.
Okay. Okay. not a problem. Okay, well, you have a good day, and nice talking, and to all of your people there.
Thank you, Richard, and all my love to you and your wife. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye now. So anyways, there you go. C60. Well, just know this, guys. It's the most fabulous product. It truly is. I do carry the best products, and if I found something better, I would carry that. I have unique products. You go anywhere else, you're not going to find as many products that that are this high quality. That's what 45 years does, and not just carrying supplements. We don't. We carry the highest vibrational products. They're all on sale for Black Friday, so check them out if you'd like. And my library is free. Yeah, so buy my library if you'd like. Buy my library. Go to my library. Go to docofdetox.com. Click on library. It's all free. There's more master classes free there than any other library. It's the biggest self-care, self-love library in the world. Do you ship to Canada? What are you talking about? We have a warehouse in Canada, in Kelowna, and we have 3 warehouses in the United States, and we have a warehouse in Australia as well. Okay, all right, everybody. So if you want to know about that warehouse in Australia, I would suggest that you call our 800 number and they'll tell you about that, okay? All right? Let me see here. What else do I want to say? Check out Braveheart Nation and come down and play with us, stay with us, and train with us. January 8th, Whole Life Coach certification, Wolf Non-Surgical certification, Braveheart Health and Healing Circle, and Women's Pelvic Restoration course. And that's all going to be on, okay? And the lady that was on here with her child, if you want to give me a call, that's lost 90% of his hearing, I guarantee that if you take massive personal action, you're going to find out that drugs and surgery are not the way to go, that you hold the key. You hold the key to set your child free. And understand something, okay? Sassy pants, okay? All right? So 469-861-8884. I'm actually an hour late for a meeting, aren't I, honey? Yeah, I'm an hour late. Okay. So, anyways, I got a bop, and I will be back on. Let me see. I'll be back on today. If I have time, I'm going to come on today and do painful periods, menopause, and endometriosis, and bladder infections, and I'll talk about the other things that go on downstairs too lightly. Okay, because it's a huge topic, because it's your core. When it falls on the floor, you're no more. Okay, that's it. Love you. Got to run. But on the run. Had the best day of your life. And guess what? Love starts with loving the self. See if you can love yourself 100% today. Pretend that you are just a brand new baby born. You gave birth to this brand new baby. It can spit on you. It can burp. It can fart. It can poop. And you're not going to get upset. Let's see if you can get through the day. Why not try the whole week and not get upset with yourself? And guess what? If you do, okay, all right, get yourself a love band. Okay, do we have a love band there, honey? Because I took mine off when we went swimming. And get yourself a love band. Here we go. Here's a love band. This is called a Braveheart love band. This is the one I had when I was swimming, and I took it off. Okay, here. And you go. You don't have to do this. Look at, you can buy our love bands. They're cheap. Or you can just get a hair band or an elastic band, but that might hurt. And just go like this. When you're thinking something that you don't want to think about because it's bringing you down, it's making you upset, you're running the same damn program over and over again, you're going insane. All you got to do is, if you don't have a love band, but if you do this, this is a kiss, snug as a hug. When you snap back to the present moment, you own it. And that means the present moment is where is the only place you can heal, the only place you can change your personality, and you better, because unless you change your personality, you'll never change your reality. So if you go out there, just go like this and go, 3, 2, 1, I got this. With the military, they teach you when you're out there and all the guns are blazing and you think you're going to get killed, okay, they teach you to count backwards. And because if you count backwards, it brings you back into your conscious mind, which brings you back into the present moment. Okay, so you don't want to get your head shut off because you want to make it home. Well, guess what? Every time that you run a program that's bullshit, okay, that's negative, that's bringing you down, that's making you angry, you want to stop that, okay? Because that's an addiction. Because when you do that, you're dumping adrenaline. And when you rewrite the story and you start telling beautiful stories to yourself, you're dumping serotonin and dopamine and oxytocin and endorphins. Okay, so you want to get high on something. We all do. I want to get high. I want to get high on my life. And guess what? People get high on adrenaline and cortisol, and it's killing them. Okay, you want to get high on love, and it's got to be self-love. You can't go around making love to everyone. You'll get in big trouble. But go around and start making love to yourself 24/7 and see how that feels. Okay? So guess what? It's like this. 3, 2, 1, we got this, Braveheart. I am healed. I am love. I am Braveheart.